Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to February Scrap 5 Challenge. On the screen you can see the items we're all going to be using today, and as always I'll go ahead and link everyone's videos down in my description box along with all of the items that I'm using on my layout today. So here I have my photo. I'm going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout using this 4 by 6 print here, and that's of myself and my daughter using a really cute Snapchat filter with all of those hearts. So I think I covered one of the items already. Now here I also have another item on the list, which would be red and pink. Those hearts are red and it's on a pink background. And I have my specialty paper here from Stampin' Up, and it's a flocked design on some vellum. Now we also need some tags, which I will pull in later on, and I'm also going to pull in some more hearts as well. I also have some items here, some 6 by 6 paper, and some alphas that I'll use later on. Now for my florals, for my flowers, that's also on our list. This is what I have left from my Cocoa Vanilla ephemera pack. I have been using this from the beginning of January. I actually used some of it in December as well on my projects that I shared here on my channel. And when I put together my stash kit in January, I added these in, and they're supposed to go throughout February as well. But you can see this is all I have left from this ephemera pack. So I do need to pull in some more ephemera pieces from my stash to supplement my stash kit right now. So I'm going to use all of these floral pieces as well as those pink hearts you see there, and I am pulling out these floral pattern papers from the paper pack, and I will go ahead later on and fussy cut some of those flowers out. So right now I'm going to work on my background, and I wanted to have this frame my entire layout, this black and white design, and these are pattern papers from Close to My Heart. Here I removed about 1 inch off 2 sides, and that would sit directly on my black and white pattern paper. Now the flip side of this paper I love, and I really wanted to be able to use it on this project, but with the vellum laying on it, it did not look really well. It looked better on that solid pink background, but I still wanted to be able to use this side that you're looking at right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and gut it. Then I'm gonna flip over the frame and just lay it all together. You'll see exactly how I lay it together here, and then add my vellum in the center. And that way I'm able to use both sides of that pattern paper, my black and white framing it, and also my specialty. Now I need to go ahead and adhere my vellum, but I do not want the adhesive to show. So I'm going to add it behind my photo. So I'm going to go ahead. I matted my photo on some white cardstock, then on this black and white pattern paper. I added some foam adhesive, so that way it's lifted off the page a tiny bit and adding some dimension there. And now that I have my photo in place, I will add my adhesive directly behind it, so now it's hidden once I add my vellum to my background. So now that I have my background all set up, I am going to start working on embellishing the layout. Now I want to add a cluster to the top left corner of my photo as well as the bottom of my photo, and I'm also going to have a cluster on the top right side as well. So I'm going to cut out just a few of these florals here from the pattern paper, and then I remembered I have this 12 by 12 wreath design that I absolutely love, but I've been having such a hard time using it, and I figured it's the perfect time to go ahead and cut out those florals there on the side of that pattern paper and use it on this layout today. So you can see I'm going to separate it into 2 parts. I'm going to add part of it to the top left corner, and the second part is going to go towards the bottom of my photo. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull in the ephemera florals that I have, as well as the ones that I cut out from the pattern paper before. Now I will play around with these until I find exactly where I want them to be. And here I'm going to adhere them using my liquid adhesive as well as some of these foam squares, and those are tiny little squares. They fit really perfectly behind those small floral pieces, and it's gonna add some dimension. I really did not want all of the florals just to be laying on top of each other. I love how it looks once they're popped up, and just some of them are popped up. So now I need to pull in some tags, and you can see I have those bright red heart tags, and I've had those for years, over 10 years I would think. And I have different colors, but I only have 2 red ones. And I wanted to have a little bit of red added to the cluster that I have going on there on the top right. I just felt it was not balanced properly with just, you know, those 2 red ones there. So I'm going to leave that alone for a tiny bit and work on my title, which is simple. It says, remember today, using some of those black puffy alphas and those red ones. And next up, I believe I am going to go ahead and pull in some red onto my layout just to balance out that color a bit more. So I went ahead, I grabbed one of the red dotted pattern papers from the 6x6 paper pack I pulled out earlier. And here I have one of my favorite punches, which would be this heart punch. You can see I have multiple hearts on the same punch in different sizes and shapes. And now I'll go ahead and arrange them on my layout just to give a nice balance of that color red that I added in when I added those 2 hearts from before. Now I am going to pop some of these hearts up on some foam adhesive as well, just like I did with the flowers. And next up, I will go ahead and add a little bit more black for contrast all around my layout. So you can see I already have my puffy alphas for my title is in black. And here I'm going to pull in some black enamel dots as well. And you can see I'm just tucking those in. Some of them are being tucked in under my leaves, under my flowers, and just adding them to each of those clusters. And I love how that looked on my background. Next up, I will add just a tiny bit of journaling. I do not journal a lot about this photo. It's just a fun photo we took, a random photo. So I just added on there that this was Stephanie and Mom. And this photo was taken in 2020. And I used part of the pattern paper scraps I had from that heart designed pattern paper that I used on my background. And that way it blended in really nicely with the rest of my layout. Here's a close-up look at the completed layout as well as some still shots. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the project today. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave and take a look around on my channel today. If you like what you see, I hope you consider subscribing as well. Don't forget, check out my description box and go on over, take a look at everyone else's projects using these same 5 items like I used on my layout today. So I want to thank you all for watching, and until my next video, bye.